I honestly don't know why we're doing a first impressions on this. Most of you guys are already playing it. You already know everything that I'm going to say. But today we are doing a first impressions on DISLYTE. This just got released globally about a week ago. It was released overseas quite a while before that. There was a lot of hype on it. People were like, oh, it's going to be the Summoner's War. It's always the Summoner's War killer. It's similar to Summoner's War in a lot of ways. There's some downsides. Let's get it started. It's basically a vertical format, urban mythology, hipster Summoner's War that has music integrations. That's the easiest way that I can explain to you what exactly, or a Summoner's War, or Epic 7, or whatever you want to gotcha turn-based RPG. Yeah, urban, I'm already reading it wrong. The urban airship. Yes, the good old urban airship. So we're going through the story mode. This, I already played through the beginning of the game. I reset my account. This is the reset account. Also, my girlfriend's been playing it for, so I've just been seeing her play it for ever since the release. I think she downloaded like day 1. But yeah, we're just going through the story mode, and we will see some of the gameplay over here. Like I said, it's a vertical format, Summoner's War, but I'm already familiar with a lot of the stuff here. This isn't just a blind playthrough of like, oh, let's see what this is, let's see what that is. Like, I've been playing it for a little bit. You do have things that you equip that are very similar to runes, very similar to the same stats, the same regards. You do have the gotcha system where you summon the you do have pities in this game though. Hey, we got Anubis, gentle butler. Oh, I thought it said, the first time I read that, I thought it said he was a gentle bruiser. I don't know why I thought it said that. He's not a gentle bruiser. He's an AoE damage dealer. He's a damage dealing unit. So the first unit that we have right there, it didn't even give us the intro cinematic, did it? There's an intro. Oh, maybe I skipped it. I don't know. I might have skipped it and didn't realize. So this is the attack boost, and then he's got this AoE over here. Scarecrow looks... That's a Scarecrow? Select it as a target, make sure you defeat it. So he's got this, yep. And he's got the AoE over there. You get some other, there's another unit that does like a big multi-hit AoE. So that's pretty fun. For the most part though, it's very, I really appreciate the art style in this game. I totally dig it. I love the whole vibe. I love the neon. I love all the urban stuff. I think it's great. I love mythology. There's so much good stuff about this game visually, and in terms of that, and in terms of like the feel of the game. Also, they did a it's not even that the concept was good, it's that the art team actually did a good job executing that concept. We played other games from Line Games before, right? I think we did. Yeah, Death Judgment. So we have element advantage over one of those, we have neutral, and we have disadvantage for one of those. So what else did I want to say? I don't remember what I was saying. There's also... I haven't done much PvP in this game, though. I will say that. But we're going to just start off with... new feature Echo. Is this the summon? Oh, yeah, I think this is the summon. Yeah. There's also... I didn't get to this part, but there's apparently some, like, beat music style things. Yeah, this is the AoE. There's another unit in here. Wait, is it this unit? No, I think it's the Cupid unit that will bind units together, kind of similar to how... And I'm curious if CompToUs... I know I shouldn't keep mentioning Summoner's War in like every single video, but I'm curious if CompToUs got the idea for binding from DISLYTE. Or maybe they didn't. Maybe it's just completely like nothing. But the Shadowcasters in Summoner's War are similar to the Cupid unit. I don't think his name is Cupid. I think his name is like C or Q or something. Here? The Esper. I'm sorry, the Esper. So the relics are basically like the runes, right? Runes or artifacts or whatever you want to call it. In different games, they're basically just call different things for the same exact thing. What you need in all of these games is 9,000 different ways to upgrade things. This way you always feel like you're making progress. But in the grand scheme of things, anytime you make a little progress that feels like a lot of progress, it's really just like the tiniest amount of progress. So, yeah, start your journey with Mona. Oh, is that her name? I never knew. Helena. So Helena's a healer. I don't really care about Helena. She's like the singer healer girl. So, oh, it's trying to tell us to do double speed. Because of course, and you know, it's a mobile game. There's always the autos in here. So we're going to do the attack buff. We're going to do the A. Oh, right, because we have no speed. I noticed this earlier. It's like, we have no speed on anything. We can't do the attack power buff and big damage combo because everything just cuts in and attack power breaks us. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I guess we won't do that then. Yeah. And I was doing some, there is, I think it's called Trials, where you farm for artifacts to, you farm for these things right here. Yeah. You farm for those to equip to your units. So I haven't, I didn't do a crazy amount of farming for artifacts, but because I knew I was going to reset the thing anyway. And you can reset after 2.8. That's you go to the settings, account settings, initialize, I believe. And you can only do it after you've completed 2.8, just in case you guys wanted a reroll. But it is, for the most part, urban mythology, hipster, summoner's war. The story is actually very cool. I recommend not skipping the cutscenes because the story is actually pretty solid. Those are the things that I like about it. Graphics, vibe, gameplay is, you know, what I would expect. It's not anything crazy groundbreaking, but it's not bad. I would say it's definitely pretty good, definitely above average, but it's not so different from the other gacha turn-based RPGs. One of the things I don't like about it is, as you can see, my face is tremendous on the screen. I'm sorry for that. I apologize. However, the game is just so narrow. It's narrow and tall, and I would prefer, I mean, even on the tablet that I'm looking at right now has the black bars on the sides of the screen, kind of like how it has the black bar right here on the side of it. It's the same thing that I see on my tablet. So it's going to be it's going to take up the whole space if you have a very tall vertical phone. But if you don't have that, if you have like a more, mine's not even a square, mine's an iPad. But if you have like an iPad or something like that, there's going to be black bars on the screen, which I'm not a huge fan of, to be honest. So the fact that I'm not a huge fan of vertical games. Sometimes they're okay. But I feel like when you play vertical games, or when you have vertical games, the things on the screen tend to be pretty small, and then it's hard to see everything that's going on. I don't even remember what her skills are when we're doing all this. So that's one of the things I don't like vertical games so much in general, just because of that. I don't know why I'm clicking on the U. That's just targeting it. That's not actually attacking it. So, and then we can also see the skills if we hold down on them, which we already saw. We're at wave 2 of 2, so we don't actually have to attack power buff. This is where we get this guy, though. This is where we get this guy. Yeah, we'll just do this, and we KO, and then we get him from the achievement. Which level is this? I'm too busy talking. I don't remember which level we're actually on. New Esper. Hooray, Q. Yeah, I called him Cupid, but he's basically Cupid. It's all mythology stuff. We got the Anubis, we got the Cupid. I don't know, actually, excuse me, who the other units, because these main characters, like this one, Bryn, I don't think she's really supposed to be in. Oh, she's a Valkyrie. Never mind. Artemis. Oh, you know what? I didn't know that. I wasn't paying attention. I was paying attention to their names. Like Mona, I'm like, I don't know what she's supposed to be. She's supposed to be Artemis. So, Anubis, we got the Eros, which basically just Cupid, right? So we can see he's the one that binds, I believe. Speed is super important. Yeah, I know. Don't forget to check the action bar from time to time during battle. Again, I don't know why exactly. Oh, this is his bind skill, right? Yeah. We'll just do our AoE. We got this girl. She does the AoE, and then she does. I'm excited to see some more Esper. I'm excited to see some more of the Espers. I'm also excited to see. I want to go see what my girlfriend has on her account, because I'm not sure. Apparently, I mean, she's been playing it a lot. Like, she comes over and then she's just hanging out. She's just playing the game. She's doing some kind of this thing on the screen. I'm like, what do you do? What are you doing? She's like, I mean, it's part of the story. And I'm like, okay, this is part of the story. We're gonna watch that. All right. So let's see. I don't know. I think we can see. Yeah, let's do this. We can also equip some of our other gear. But I wanted to see if we could see the rest of the the rest of the units and what they do and all those things. I'm looking for the same. In all these games, I look for the same things. I'm like, I want a speed boost, attack gauge boost, so we get another turn. I want attack power buff. I want a defense break. I want to kill everything in one shot. I want to speed run the entire game so that I don't have to actually play it or see it. But that's not true. At first, I was very apprehensive at first. Because I didn't want to like this game. I didn't want to play this game. I was like, no, it's been out overseas. I don't want to play something that's been out overseas, etc., etc. And so I was like putting off playing it, and then I started playing it. I was like, I actually got into the story. The story is pretty cool. So, I mean, it's music stuff. So I have a history in music. I have a background. I think that's the word I was looking for. I have a background in music, so of course I dig anything music. But they are the two characters that you meet in the beginning of the game. One of them is the Valkyrie that you have in the team right here, the one that's level 7. And then the other one is a dude that I guess there were some mercenaries after him in the very beginning of the game, because that's how the story is. And they're like musicians. And they're talking about how they're continuing to, like, they're not going to disband the band or whatever, and they're playing, like, a concert and things. So I'm like, oh, this is cool. It's like Summoner's War plus music plus mythology. Which are all cool things, which I like. The only thing, like, the biggest thing, well, no, the two biggest things. No, the three big, okay, three biggest things. Three biggest things before we leave. The three biggest things that I don't like about the game. Number one, vertical format game. I'm not a fan of the vertical format. I mean, I'll deal with it, but I'm not a huge fan just in general of the vertical format. Number two is it came out overseas a long time before it came out globally. Or not a long time, but still quite a bit before it came out globally. So it's kind of a bummer for any game. It's not specifically this game. It's any game. I will say the same thing about any game. It's a bummer when overseas, when China, Japan, Korea, whatever, these different countries that are like the countries that the developers were from, when they are released in those countries first. And then there's a lot, like if it's like a couple weeks, that's fine. That's not, a couple weeks to just test it out in a smaller market and then expand it into the other app stores globally. That's fine. That's not an issue. When it's like months and months and months and months and months, then I'm like, hey, well, come on. That's not fair, right? So some of these games, sometimes it's years before games come out globally. It's like, this is graphics from 4 years ago. What do you want me to do with it? So those two. And then the third one is just that it is still a gacha RPG. You're still going to be spending money. You're still going to be farming for all this stuff. It's still going to be, there's still going to be chores. But aside from that, if you are looking for a gacha RPG that is similar to Summoner's War and you don't mind the vertical format and you don't mind the it being out overseas first and you like the graphic style, then you're really going to like this game. You're really going to like this guy, I feel. Or if you like the whole vibe. Because I didn't want to like it at the beginning. It grew on me, and it grew on me, and it's still growing on me. That sounds phrasing. Anyway, that's for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't, I'm sure everyone has already downloaded the game that is interested or would be interested in the game. If you haven't downloaded already, then check it out. I don't have a link. This is not sponsored. Whatever. Anyway, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. The game is DISLYTE. I'm sure you've probably seen ads for it. But that's it for this one. See you as always in the next one.